Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Valhard Pickle, and today we are back on some update 1.1. And there's quite a few things I want to try and talk about today. Essentially, in case you haven't seen, I released an opinions video yesterday talking about update 1.1 and things that I loved about the update, things that I wasn't a big fan of, little things like that. So if you do want to check that out, then feel free. However, today, we're going to be just jumping into our 1.1 experimental save, having a little bit of fun designing some things for our official 1.0 world. So hopefully when that world eventually then transfers over to the 1.1 save on the main game itself, not the experimental branch, we've got a bunch of different ideas that we can eventually add into our world. The reason as to why I'm not moving my 1.0 world to my 1.1 world and experimental is because this is still very laggy for me. Maybe it's fine for you guys, hopefully it is, but on my end it is still rather laggy. Also, for everyone watching the live stream, welcome. Hope that everyone is doing good. I've currently got a poll up. Like, what would you rate Satisfactory Update 1.1 on a scale of 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, and 1 star? I can't have 5 options, hence why there's a gap between 3 and 1. So feel free to vote on that if you so wish. And if you're watching the VOD after the stream's already finished, then don't worry. I'll be live again, hopefully within the next couple of days. So yeah, fingers crossed everything there should be good. But again, thank you to everyone who is already tuning in. It's great to see everyone watching. Let's get straight into the gameplay. I'm not going to turn around. If I turn around, I'm going to spawn a video that obviously is not out just yet. So, whoop, there you go. Yeah, that all makes sense over the next couple of days. I was actually going to upload a video today. Actually, I have got to go around here, to be fair. I was going to upload a video today. I didn't, and there's a reason for that, because whenever a new update comes out, whether that's update 1.1, 1.0, or whatever, I always release like tons of videos within like the first week or two of it coming out. Then after that, there's like a massive drought in the channel, so I want to try and space things out a little bit. For example, tomorrow there will be a video, but today we're doing a quick stream, gonna have a little bit of fun. Of course, you guys can comment your opinions about update 1.1 in the comments below as well. So feel free to have your say. I love hearing other people's opinions. As long as it's not unbelievably stupid, then I'll be completely happy to listen to them. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the updates. So today's plan, I want to try and design a port. Yeah, a port. And I want to try and, well, of course, I've never really built a port in this game before. I've built buildings next to the water, obviously, than that bridge today. But essentially, I'm planning some sort of, like, city design, whether that's for my 1.0 save or for my 1.2 save. I don't yet know. But regardless, that is something I do want to try and work on today, and I've really got to make a hypertube cannon in this save, don't I? I can't just be flying like this. It takes too long. I'm used to my hypertube cannons now. But yeah, essentially, this is what I want it to be. So this natural landscape looks pretty decent the way it already is. Let me just go into my camera mode here for a quick second. There we go. Welcome, Dirk. Hope that you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. There we go. So we've already got that natural landscape going on over there, which is fine. I want to try and start the pier from where that rock is over there to maybe where the bean is. Then I'll come out a little bit, build some sort of like rectangular pattern or rectangular building into the actual sea itself, and then build it back here a little bit. That should be a very, very basic design of a port, and then add some extra stuff over here on the left side there as well. That should be okay, hopefully. The jumping without, and especially the blade run. Oh yeah, the blade runners. It's one of those things, but when you start the game fresh and you haven't played Satisfactory for a while, you don't quite understand how valuable and incredible those blade runners actually are. Then when you equip them for the first time, you sort of wonder how you manage to go that long without using the blade runners. But no, they are fantastic. Okay, I'm actually not going to snap this build to the grid, which might annoy me a little bit, but you know what? I think it'll actually be worth it in the end. So what I want to try and do here is just plan something out. We'll then head over to the blueprint designers to try and see if we can design anything. Welcome, Gordon PSP. You were very excited about 1.1, but when you went back to 1.1 or 1.0 due to the conveyor lift bug, I wasn't the only one that noticed that. Okay, first of all, good. I thought I was going mental. So I think you'll give it a bit more time until you switch again. Yeah, I noticed that, again, in the video I was recording over there off camera yesterday. I did notice it, and I actually said in the video, I don't think I cut it out. I've already edited that video now. But I don't think I said in the, well, no, sorry, I did think I said in the video that I think it's a bug. Yeah, it looks like it actually is a bug. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So I think I want my pier to be along here. Like that. Remember struggling to jump up a foundation? Oh, the... In fact, wait, if I try this now... you can barely do it. Oh, dearie me. Of course, now we have the luxuries of the Blade Runner. Well, this is the creative world, so I can obviously fly, but if I wasn't able to fly, then yes, that would have been... pain. Lots of pain. In fact, I wonder... Can you do this? I don't think you can you? 5 meters. No, you can't. Even with a run-up? No. You have to do a run-up over to here. Then do that. Damn. Jumping a 4-meter foundation. Yep. That sums up early game rather well. So I want to try and use... Where is it? Oh, actually, let's use the Mark III Blueprint Designer. Absolutely. So my plan, essentially, is to build something a little bit like this. Obviously, I can't build this good, but imagine I could, then I want to try and do something like this. So have a road next to the pier, then try and do some sort of, like, storage containers. I don't know how I'm going to do that. These crane designs, I feel like might be slightly easier now. In fact, let me just zoom in for you lot. There we go. These cranes might be slightly easier now because of the new rope cluster that we've got in the game, which is pretty cool, or the cable cluster. We'll definitely try and use that. We've got some counterweights. I assume that's counterweight, at least. I'm not actually sure. It would make sense if it was, but I don't know. Regardless, I still think this could be kind of nice. Am I actually going to try and build a ship today? Well, I could try. Is it going to go well? No. But I'll give it a shot. But I feel like some sort of road going underneath here could look rather nice than separating that off with our shipping containers. I've never tried to build a port in any game other than Minecraft, and that was many years ago. So I am kind of going in blind here, but you know what? We always do that. Whenever I build almost anything in this game, I go in blind. If it goes well, fantastic. If it doesn't go well, does it matter? Not really. So how high do I want this thing to go? Well, it has to be relatively tall if we're building a massive cargo ship next to it, right? So let's go maybe like 5 foundations. The cable beams and the frame, yeah, definitely. It was. Oh dear. Where's... Oh, okay. Well, that's obviously not supposed to be like that. That's okay. I mean, it's a bug, but it's not really a game-breaking bug, is it? Okay, this is 6 foundations wide. Damn, that's good. 4 is at 5. That is 5. It was. I didn't press that button. Perfect. Okay. So now what I want to try and do is most likely get in a... Do I go concrete or do I go fix it? I'm not even planning to go steel wall. I could try. I haven't used this thing in, well, a very long time. How would that look? Yeah, it's just not what I'm looking for. And again, it's... That's the second time now it's started to, like, auto-delete everything without me pressing it. That's a bit weird. So yeah, let's just stick with concrete. I feel like that would make a bit more sense. We'll do this. I think. Yeah, wait. I want to go out by 1. Like so. Not by that much. I appreciate the commitment, but not by that much. Yeah, learning process, exactly, yeah. You can't expect to do everything amazingly the first time. That's for sure. So if I do something like this, there'll be a 5 gap. If I do something like that, there'll be a 2 gap each. Okay, I think I might prefer that. Yep. And the question is, up here, do I want to do something like this? Where is it? Inverted ramp. I feel like I wouldn't mind that. But maybe just not there. Yeah, let's try and go down by 2 meters maybe. This could work. Everything will be a little off-center, and that's completely fine. It's not a problem. But again, thank you very much to everyone who's tuning in today. We're just talking a little bit about Satisfactory 1.1, doing a little bit of building, having a little bit of fun, and just chilling on some Satisfactory, which is kind of what I want to try and do today. Okay, that's fine. Do I want to paint these? Or cover them, should I say, in concrete? I think I want to do it for these ones. Yep. And for you lot, we'll do a little bit of this. Fantastic. Nope. And this one over here then as well. Perfect. And I think I've done this side, haven't I? I have. I do also want to try and use as many like 1.1 architectural pieces in this project as possible. What's the blueprint you're going to... this is a port that I'm trying to build. So this is like the very outskirts of the port essentially. And then up here we're going to have some sort of path. I don't know how big the path's going to be. Relatively big. One foundation should be fine. And this is going to be part of a road. So in fact... Wait. I've got a better idea for this. So you're still going to go to here. That's completely fine. Then you're going to go to there as well. And I think what I want to try and do here is for the path, I want to have concrete. Not coated concrete, just regular concrete. Welcome, Chaos Rising. It's been a while, man. Welcome back. So I want it to look like this. That's fine. And then I suppose I want asphalt here, don't I? But this is going to be the road. How big do I want the road to be? Well, I've left, I think, 2 foundations, haven't I? 3? Okay, good. I was kind of wanting it to be 3, but I thought I only left 2. That's good. Okay. Thirdly, if I was to move this one forwards here as well, I can then add the other pathway on that side, which could be pretty good. So I think I actually do want to... What's that sound? Are there hatches nearby? Well, I know on this beach for a fact there are hatches, because I have spawned here many times. I'm sure a few of you recognize where we are. We're over in the Rocky Desert, where you've got a ton of really good iron ore, limestone, and a bit of copper over in yonder there as well. So, oh yeah, there is. Those are the hatches. Oh, are you going to be attacking me throughout the entire stream? Yeah, no. I don't consent to being attacked. Not today. There we go. Didn't work out the last month. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Do not worry. It's nighttime already. That's definitely one mod I am very, very tempted to get. It's constant daytime. Luckily, Mikhail said that there wasn't going to be rain in this update, because I really don't like rain. Not just in this game, but in like almost any game I play. I do want to paint you a slightly darker color, because I feel like I want most of this to be underwater. That could look interesting. And then I also want to try and do some of... Actually, what should I do first? I think this is what we're going to do. Very temporarily, we're going to add this in. I've done something a bit like this before, but I want to do it again because I think it looks decent. Logistics. We're then going to go to floor hall, like that. And I want to try and do something like this. There we go. Welcome, Zhao. Hope that you're doing good. You didn't give 1.1 as high marks as the rest of the chat. Oh, that's fair enough. I mean, you know, rank it based on your opinions. Don't rank it based on what other people tell you to think. Welcome, early pause. This is not Warzone. I tried Warzone earlier on today. I played one game and it was very sweaty. Very, very sweaty. What? Oh, I've got to do this, I think. There we go. Yeah, Yeah, this should be fine actually. Just like that. So then I want this to go... Oh, that's not gonna... Actually, that is gonna line up. It should line up. There's no reason why it shouldn't. But I think I want to do something a little bit like this. We then go into our pipes, which is already somewhere here. Lights underneath to illuminate the pretty water. Yeah, I will be doing something like that. That's the plan. Yeah, Mark 2 should be... Actually, I might even go with Mark 1. Because Mark 1 hasn't got like that weird design. Which I actually quite like, to be fair, that weird design. Ada? She isn't talking, so that's a relief. Oh, that's the very first time that I've placed down pipes. Okay, makes sense. Well, first time in the save, at least. I'm then gonna change you to being... yeah. Actually, do I like that? I think I do. Yeah. Do I want to paint you different colours, though? I feel like that could be interesting, like a sort of different colour scheme for these lot. How about blue and white? That's fine. I don't want to paint it black because the background's already black. Or steel, actually, technically. Then do... No, I knew that was going to happen. That always happens, to be fair. One thing I could do to avoid that is just by pressing G. There we go. Then we get rid of this. Okay. That should be okay. And the very final thing that I think I want to try and add into here... That was a lot of Fs, by the way. The very final thing I think I want to add into here... is this. You're going to pop out... Good. You shouldn't appear up here. Good. Well done. Round of applause. Okay, that's enough. And let's just replicate this over into that side, essentially. Which shouldn't really take that long to do. All I've got to do is... Ooh. Actually worked first try. No way. What's that? Copper painted... Oh yeah, it does look very good. I'm trying to avoid copper though, 'cause I've used it so much on my cord factory, my last world. I just haven't used it since, pretty much. Well, I've used it a couple times. What should we do here then? Well, I think we obviously need this. I think I went out to around about there. One click off the side. Yes. Okay, good. So I know the game's quite dark right now. It should hopefully get a bit brighter relatively soon. Of course, because of the new copy and paste features, all I've got to do is that. And that. And then these two. They should automatically be blue. Yes, look at that. Isn't that such a fantastic feature? Yes, yes it is. I will not allow copy and paste slander on this channel. Anyway, there we go. It looks fine. I want to try and add a few things to here. I want to try and add in some lights here as well. Some signs could look pretty good up there. In fact, let me try that. Where is it? Organization, isn't it? That's kind of annoying. Though, wasn't there a sign that you could place like that? I don't know, maybe there wasn't. I mean, like... This works, it's just so massive, though. Of course, now... We've locked it into place, right? All I've got to do is this. There we go, bit of vertical nudge. How would that look? Let's see. Again, haven't really got much faith here. Let's just, port 001. And this is going to be placed somewhere relatively deep into the sea, like there. Let's just test out the light for now. Yeah, the copy and paste is wonderful. It really is. Uh, the additions are nice, but it's the most unstable patch you've seen since they started playing. Yeah, it is relatively unstable, unfortunately, but I'm sure they'll try and fix it. I like that. It reflects there a little bit on the water. I think we'll go with that. Yeah. Sure. Something else I would actually quite like to do, which I know I can't do, is... Wait. Actually, can I do it? Go up. Down. Okay, this could actually end up looking really nice. I pressed the wrong button twice. Oh dear. Is this lined up? Yeah, that's lined up pretty good. Okay, you gotta move a little bit further down, which we can do. I believe it's K, yes? Why have you suddenly stopped? Oh, wait. I know why. That's interesting. Okay. So what I've just done here, essentially, is because I've copied and pasted, I think, that light from over there up to here, I think now the light turned itself on. I think that's what happened. Either way, let me just make sure this is fine. Ports 001, save that, yep. Blueprints. Copy down into there. And we can hide the cable for these lights extremely simply, by the way, that's not a problem. I'll show you how to do that a little bit later on. I could use big signs. Actually, is it that one that can be placed? Almost, yeah. Why have you all turned off now? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I do quite like that. It doesn't reflect massively on the water. Is there a way I can change the color of this? I don't really mess around with things like this that often, if I'm honest. Light control panel. And I do that into there, I suppose, and that into there. Okay, we got it first try. That's... wow. I feel like a light blue would end up looking the nicest. Obviously, it's daytime now, so you can't really see it that much anyway. But I feel like that could end up looking pretty good when it reflects on the ocean floor there. So we'll keep that in for now. Yeah, I think I like that. Sure. In fact, I'm actually wondering, if I keep this and remove all of that, it will save me from having to copy and paste absolutely everything across. So let me just try this, okay? This could backfire. It could. I do like taking a good risk every now and then. As long as it's not like a stupid risk, then there's no point in that. There we go, just get rid of these lot here as well. Now before I copy this over to there, let me try and add in this next part up here. So, going along the side, I think what we're going to end up doing is going back into our architecture. Then I think I want to try and select... it's either going to be the low barriers or the road barriers. I don't want to go with high barrier, I don't think. No. Let's go with a low barrier for this side. And then road barrier for the actual road itself. I feel like that makes a bit more sense. Welcome, Ian. Hope that you're doing well. It's shitty to build to the bottom, but with water you can cheat to be floating. Yeah, that's what I want to, like, try to do, essentially. Because sometimes I will, like, for example, like, this part of the map can go relatively deep at certain points. I do try and build as far down as possible, but it gets to the point where it's like, there's just no point me doing it. What are we doing? As of right now, I'm just building a port. I want to try and design some sort of, like, coastal city. Obviously, I'm not going to design an entire city on one live stream. I'm not Kibbit. Only, like, his talents could probably... oh, Let's Game Out even could probably do that. But as of right now, just having a little bit of fun, testing out some new 1.1 features, having a bit of a conversation about 1.1 as well, and just chilling, really, relaxing, having a little bit of fun. Welcome, Anomi Poki. Hope I got that right. Anomi Poki. What are we making? Yeah, a bit of a port as of right now. So this is going to be the road for the vehicles to travel on. But of course, we're then going to have cranes over there, then in theory to have ships over on this side. I've never designed a ship before. It could be kind of fun to see how bad it is. Or how bad I am at designing it, but oh well. Then I suppose I can do one more of these, except not right there. How does it come out by one like that? We end up with something like this. Okay. What's he going to try and produce in the coastal city? No idea. I mean, as of right now, there's tons of iron and limestone and copper here, so I suppose, because this is just my creative world, I could try and export this over to, in theory, another part of the world. But essentially, the whole point of doing this on creative in a 1.1 save on experimental, rather than my 1.0 save on not experimental, if that makes sense, is because I want to try and use all the new features, and I also want to try and see if it's going to work. If it does work, I'll then implement it in my regular survival world. That's the plan, at least. So yeah, you're going to remain there. That's going to be okay. The road here is fine. I would like to try and add some road markings, but I don't think that's going to be possible, is it? Or is it? Patterns. Actually, it might be. As of right now, of course, the center line isn't center. Then this won't be center either. But what if I try something a little bit like this? I get rid of that. I grab the asphalt. I slot you in right there. No, there's no center. I don't want to make the road any bigger. I feel like 3 foundations is completely fine. But this is essentially what I was thinking of. We then select this. Place you into there. And just for now, I'll place you into here. Now, this is pretty much the center. As close as we can get it. It just looks a bit off, though, doesn't it? Because the actual center is around about here. There we go. Now that looks slightly better. Actually, does it? No, it is. Okay, it's definitely center. It is definitely center. I don't think you can nudge the markers, can you? Yeah, you can't nudge them. Yo, CM with the super chat? Oh, thank you, man. Can we get some massive GGs in the chat for CM? That's extremely kind of you. Jump scare. That was a bit of a jump scare. Because I've got some sort of like Viking horn as my donation sound. Sometimes I forget what it sounds like. Every time I hear it, I'm like, wait, what's that sound? But no, thank you very much, man. Can we get some huge GGs for CM in the chat? Welcome, Henry. Smaller? It depends what smaller. The road, we can make it a bit smaller. I don't know if I want to. I have to see. But as of right now, it's okay. It will do the job. You can then remain there. We can then select you. No. Yep. How's that? You're a bit over. Oh. Yeah, I forgot about the copy and paste thing. I think that's a bit better. I don't want it painted orange, though. I want it painted maybe grey and yellow. We'll try that. That's normally what I do with my roads. Yep. I just don't like this middle piece. I feel like it's not thick enough. It needs to be thicker. If you were to come to the end of there, that means we've got one and... tiny bit. Okay, wait. I could do that. But it would mean that the lanes are rather thin. which is another slight problem. That can go there, that can go there. You can see your chat on screen. Yep, the chat should be right below me. There will be a few seconds delay if you are watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, it's like almost instant. Twitch is much further ahead than YouTube. But I do stream on YouTube because I prefer YouTube streaming, and it's where my main audience is located. Mostly, I just prefer it, if I'm honest. Okay, then what I could, I suppose, do a bit later on is add some sort of, like, zebra crossing, if I really wanted to, but as of right now, that's completely fine. Do I want you to remain white? I suppose it makes sense. Yeah, for now, we'll keep it like that. Why not? And then for you, we'll then plop you down over here as well. Your favorite Satisfactory content creator? Oh, wow. Your best recipe videos and that video where you designed the rails and roads. Oh, thank you very much. I'm very happy to hear that. I just play for a little bit of fun, so the fact I can be your favorite content creator is really cool. So thank you very much for that. Literally, all I do is just mess around and hope that I make something that isn't too terrible. Yeah, thank you. I wish I could make more best recipe videos, but I don't think there's really many more I can make now. I've covered everything I really wanted to. I've placed this in the wrong direction. I'm so talented. Yeah, I've kind of done everything I've set out to achieve with that series. Okay, you can't go there. Why is that? That's why. This one wall, I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it's this. If that is the case, it is what it is. Oh, it's... Oh, wait. Actually save this to my hotbar there as well. Now what's the problem? Is it that this time? Is that today's problem? Let's try it. Again, save this. Save blueprint. Yep. Overwrite it. That's fine. Yep. There we go. I think that might have been the problem. Brilliant. So that's essentially going to run across the entirety of around about this level, I'd say, in a rectangular formation. That should be pretty decent. Oh, thank you very much, Chaos. Thank you, guys. Philosophy on some of those recipes. I mean, yeah, it's one of those series where everyone might disagree with a certain recipe, but there are some recipes that I show that are just simply better. I'm gonna try this. Because, I mean, we've got the new 1.1 stuff, let's play around with it. That's what today's stream's mostly about, just having a little bit of fun and experimenting. Oh yeah, that looks sick. That looks really, really cool. How about if I do that then as well? Okay. Then one more right here. Okay, then have some sort of light or sign in there. This is exactly how my 1.0 world became so laggy. Is I did projects like this, and now I'm doing the exact same thing in this save. I just don't learn. I just don't learn from my mistakes. I'm completely fine with that. In fact, wait, I want to try something new here. So we're going to have blue lights down over there, and that's fine. I then want to try and have... Let's go with you. No, wait. No, wait. Rid of that. Yes. And then without me copy and pasting anything, just by selecting the sign... Brilliant. It automatically copies and pastes over. Absolutely fantastic. You gotta move slightly. Yes. Haha. That makes life so unbelievably much easier. Damn. Do I want to add anything on this wall? Because I feel like it's looking a bit bland. Dare I say it? It is looking a bit bland. Let's just go into architecture and let's try and get inspired. I'm not inspired. Someone send help. Do I want to have concrete pillars along here? I don't think so. I've already got these round concrete beams and they're completely fine. The H beams, we could try and add that. I do like them as well. Oh yeah, these road barriers things. There we go. I've actually already designed an entire factory only using 1.1 item. Well, sorry, not only using, but we've used every single 1.1 item in that design. You won't have seen that video just yet. It will be coming out most likely on Monday. I've done it, and it is possible. And it looks fine. Okay, I like that, I think. I don't feel like adding a fan here might be a good idea. Because again, you're going to have ships docking over here. How about we go with this? How would this work? Somewhere down the middle. I mean, it's okay. Nope. I think what I want to try and do, actually... Wait, where is it? Again, this might be a bad idea. We'll only know if we try. I want to try and add something into there. Then essentially, I want to have a bunch of these braided... Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? A bunch of these braided cable clusters coming out from it. So it looks like that's where the ship is supposed to attach to the port. If that makes sense. I don't know. Some recipes are less efficient when it comes to numbers, but way more convenient. Yeah. That's the thing. Now, that's why, for example, so many of my recipes only use, like, iron ingredients. Like, iron wire, iron cable, iron pipe, iron plates, obviously, iron rods, and some other iron stuff as well. Like, for example, my motor recipe just uses iron. Is it the most efficient recipe? Kind of. Is it the easiest recipe for me to make? Absolutely. That's not even close. It's so simple to do. In fact, I've got a better idea what to do here. I want to get you lot. There we go. And I want you to... Yeah, to do that. Yeah, that's fine. You take those. Please. Please. Thank you. There we go. Start of that convo. I can read it in just a second. Let me just do this, because this is starting to... There we go. Get on my nerves. Watching videos and not streams. Oh, yeah, yeah. I meant, like, everyone. The Best Recipe series could do a special episode on just what produces the most stuff. The thing is, I could do something like that. But then, even if I titled it like the best recipes for mass producing or for bulk items or for producing the most amount of stuff, there will still be people that will comment, yeah, but this isn't very efficient though, is it? So no matter what I do, people will just not understand the point of the video, essentially. No. I feel like I'm on the right idea with this, though. Does it come down to, like, here, maybe? Again, like, would that make sense? I don't know. I kind of like it. In fact, what if I was to try and sort of break the matrix here a little bit? And do... that. kind of like it. I don't know what I've just designed, but I think I do like it. I think. Let's do that again over here. Maybe for this one, though, we'll do a slightly different pattern so it doesn't look too repetitive. It'll be same, but different. Yeah, same, but different. We then select you. So I'm going to bring you down to, like, there. And bring you a little bit further. And bring you... that far down, maybe? That's going to be relatively small. You're going to be a little bit longer, then you're going to be the longest. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. In case you're wondering what I've just designed, I don't know. I haven't got a clue what I've just done. I feel like it's working. I'm just... essentially, what I'm doing here, this is what we used to do in school. We used to get a piece of newspaper, use some, like, glue, then stick it onto a canvas, then try and make something out of that newspaper into something that looks new. That's basically what I'm doing here. I'm just gluing a bunch of things together and hoping it doesn't look terrible. Which is a tried and tested method. Get rid of that for a second. That's good enough, I like that. And you should be completely fine, yeah. We've still got our road going over here. Am I happy with this road? I feel like I want to try and change this to being concrete. There we go. That is now concrete. And eventually we'll then add some, like, zebra crossings again, going from over here to over there. Do I want to add it in this blueprint? I don't know. I suppose I could. Like here. Let's just try, right? If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, tough. We could always just redesign it. It's not the end of the world until the asteroids hits. Yo, Luke Dragon became a member. Yo, can we get some massive GGs in the chat for Luck Dragon, not Luke Dragon, for Luck Dragon. Thank you so much, man. I don't know why I said Luke. But thank you very much. Can we get some huge GGs? And thank you for sponsoring the channel. Hopefully Stream Element should respond to... okay, it did. Okay, good. I'm trying to set up like a bunch of bots on the channel. Not like AI, but things like Nightbot, if you guys have ever seen Nightbot before. But essentially things like that. So, yeah. Thank you very much, though, man. That is extremely kind. Thank you very, very much. Patterns. I know what I'm doing. Not a clue. Oh, don't do this to me. I mean, that's fine. It's a bit annoying, but it's okay. Can I rotate you? Nah, okay. It's okay. I won't cry from it. I'm not happy. But it's not the end of the world. Then no. Then no. Where is it? Also, why are you and you the exact same? Doesn't matter. We've done it now. So I want you to be white, then I want you to be orange. That should be a pretty decent mix. Paint it a little bit darker there as well. A bit more saturated. I've got an idea. I've got an idea. So if I do something like this, then maybe even actually use concrete there. I think I might prefer that. Yeah. Go back into patterns. Okay, I think I do prefer that. The only problem now is that, yeah, it'll paint you orange. I don't want you to be painted orange. Okay, then, let's try this again. So you're gonna be like that, so that's completely fine. Then maybe we change you just to dark black. Just white, maybe. Oh, that changed automatically. Nice. I forgot it does that. Okay. I mean, it works. That's what I wanted to do. Now, I want to try something here. Again, we're just here to have a little bit of fun, right? Experimenting a little bit. If I get rid of that, then we add maybe not that. There we go. No, where is it? That into there. I'm gonna try and do something like this. We're gonna have to work our magic on this, but I think it might be able to work. I've been enjoying your content since being dragged into the game in December, and paying you back for the excellent content. Oh, thank you very much, man. That is generally very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. I've been stuck in tier 3 for a month, and 1.1 should make moving forward easier. Yeah, hopefully so, hopefully. Because they didn't introduce any, like, game-changing mechanics or a new ore or anything like that, so it should be a bit easier. Won't be as complicated. I'm stuck in tier 4 as of right now. Although, to be fair, that was more of a personal choice. I wanted to be stuck at this stage. I can take my time and just explore the game a little bit more. I don't like that at all. Like, I think that looks hideous. But I like the concept of it, though. Maybe I do like this. Also, I just changed my opinion there in the space of about 1 second. Nice. I don't like how that's asphalt, though. Is there anything I can do about that? Yes, potentially, actually. Where is it? Small beam support. Oh, that's massive. That's not small. If that's small, then... That's what I was looking for, though. Okay. Hear me out on this one. I'm then going to add this here. Then what I'm going to try and do is grab... In fact, I might even have to design this on like a new blueprint. Oh wait, this road's tiny, I just realized. Yo, Dirk became a member as well. Thank you, man. Damn. Gonna get some big GGs for Dirk in the chat. Second membership of the day. Thank you so much. Can we get some huge GGs in the chat? Thank you. Becoming a Knight of the Realm. Whoa. The exploration of the island is fun, especially when you inadvertently discover some spicy rocks and nearly die. Yeah. These things. If this is the thing that you're talking about, this... Wait, have they changed the gas? That looks so much better now. Either because I'm playing on Ultra Graphics and I haven't played on Ultra Graphics for about 6 months, so maybe that's what it is, but I swear this looks better. Wait, let me try and do something here. I shouldn't take damage now, right? Well, that seems a lot better. Of course, they've also changed the slugs, which I can't get to because I'm too far away. But they've changed the way that the slugs look a little bit. You're not central at all. Okay. But then, if I was to keep that there, you now are central. Hmm. So if there's a way I can make this lane only for like factory carts, then make this lane for vehicles. That could work. I was just testing there. This does definitely fit into here. The truck, dearie me. This is not meant for trucks. Yep. Yeah, the gas looks new, yeah. Oh, uranium. Yeah, uranium is... Well, uranium's uranium, isn't it? It's not very, it's not very human-friendly, unfortunately. I don't know why. Oh, well. Why do you have a line? Essentially, this is supposed to split the road. That was the idea of it. So one side of the road is going to be for factory cuts, the other side is going to be for, like, regular vehicles. Although I don't think that will work long term, though. Do I prefer this? I don't know. I feel like now it looks like it's just missing something. I suppose it is missing something. It's missing quite a lot of something. Okay, so that's now the new middle. Right. Then do the exact same thing over here. Actually, that can stay. It's just this one that's got to go. And move to there. And then move you in here a little bit. Zoop you across there. Then do the exact same thing with you. Welcome, Tio. Hope that you're doing well, man. Welcome to the stream. What do you think about the painting ground after picking up Slug? Oh, I like that. In case you guys don't know what that is, let me just show you. But again, one fantastic thing about update 1.1, which I think I did actually briefly mention in my video yesterday, but they've added so many quality of life stuff. Like, small things that if they were to add them by themselves, no one would care about. But because... How the hell did I do that? But because they've added so many of them, it actually makes them look pretty cool. But this. Look at the ground. See, right now it's got some sort of, like, pink sludge. But then eventually, over time, the sludge disappears. I think that looks pretty cool. Again, a very, very minor thing. But I do quite like it. Yep. One-way arrows. I could try and do that. There's tons of stuff we can't add into here. No. Not right now, at least. Although, I could do. No, not here. This road is like a purely industrial road. This is only meant to serve right next to the port. This is not a civilian road. There won't be any hypertubes here. Or is it? Customizer, patterns. I suppose what I want to try and do here is do this. Go back into... No. Go back into... No. Patterns. Then do... that. I think I'm happy with that. There's one other pattern I do want to try and test out. Also, if I press... What is it? Z? X? X. That's the one that brings up the customizer tab. Okay. I hardly ever use the customizer tab, in all honesty. Oh. I like that. I don't know why, but I do. Let's commit to that. Yep. Before I do commit, do I want to go with that? No, because that just sort of like breaks everything apart. No. We'll go with that for now. I can't paint any of this though, that's a bit of a shame. Although, wait. Could I? I suppose, theoretically, I could. All I've got to do is just select that. Move you to the middle. Which I think's about there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then do something like this. Ah. No. See, that's like the exact sort of thickness that I want. That's perfect. Yeah, we'll do this. Just so the pattern isn't too repetitive. Also, why have you done that? What's happened over here? Oh, nothing. It just looked a bit weird. Fair enough. Oh. Let's try doing this. Wait, no. There we go. So if I rotate you around that way, is that going to be correct? Of course not. Oh. Rotate you again. What's that pink thing? That was a slug. Okay, that's just not working. think what I might have to do here is full-on rotation like that. Screw it. A detailed nudge foundation. I suppose we've already got that. Because what you could do is press H to lock it in, then rather than like a full 1 meter nudge like this, just hold down control, then it gives you like half a nudge, so you can do like half-meter nudges. That's what you mean. Very quickly, let's also paint this. So you've got to go, you've got to go there as well. We then do a little something like that. That. I might have built that corner road barrier a little bit too far there. Let me just double check. Actually, no, it was fine. Doubting myself too much. You're not often a very creative person in your games, which is why you enjoy watching content creators like yourself, to get interesting ideas of what I'm going to do. Created insane settlements in Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is a game that I really want to revisit. I tried it once about a year ago, and I got it on PlayStation Plus. It was like £2 or something. I was like, yeah, absolutely, let's just get that. I ended up really enjoying it, so I do want to try and revisit that game, actually. That could be a good meme, a good laugh. I was going to get Fallout 76. In fact, I've actually got that game for free, again, because of PlayStation. But it wasn't as good, in my opinion. I've seen mixed reviews about it. The trailer looks fantastic. I remember when it very first got announced, I got bombarded with just trailers after trailers for that game. Oh, really? Wait. Did that build it at an angle? No, it didn't. It just looked a bit weird. Okay, fair enough. I was going to be concerned there. I feel like that's too many lines now. Why? Why are you doing this to me? What do we do? I don't want to do this, though. Nah. But now let's just unzone them lots. See, we'll come back to it. You like to place a pillar on top of a glitching foundation, then remove the foundation and snap the foundation to the pillar? Really? So, a pillar on top of the foundation. Like that. And then do something like this. Now it's facing the wrong way, that's fine. It seems to be working, though. Thank you for the advice. Let's hope it stays working. Now we're going to try and do this road. And I think here what I want to try and do again is remove that temporarily. That's fine, I think. Yeah, that should be good. No. Are these not the same size? Oh, I know they are, yeah. Thought I made a whoopsie, but surprisingly, we didn't. Crosswalk on the center of this one. I could do, but I've already got a crosswalk there, so it might look a little bit weird. 0.00R. Yeah. That's good. Wait, no, let me get used to pressing X. There we go. That looks okay. It's fine, right? As long as it functions, then I'm okay with it. Now we have to select you, place you down there. That should be fine. Then do the exact same thing here for you. Good. Yeah. Any glitches? Any inconveniences? No. Fantastic. Have I over-designed this? Probably. Wait, are you glitching? No, I think it was just the shadow. That's okay. So when it comes to this thing, essentially what I want to try and do very first of all, actually, I want to try and do this. I promise this will make sense. I can't have this here. Because if I try and remove this blueprint temporarily, then add in another blueprint here, then try and add this blueprint back, it's not going to work. What I could try and do, though, is place down another blueprint designer right next to it, and I shouldn't actually have to do any of that. Wait. I want to try and design a traffic lights thing. A traffic light thingy. Yep. So how far away is you from that? Yeah, architecture should be fine. Where is it? There we go. 13. Okay. That's something. We'll place you down there. 11, 12... No, that can't be right. There? Surely not. Okay. That makes more sense. Use the crosswalk on the asphalt on the center of the factory zone. Do you mean here? Or somewhere else? The factory zone. Unless you mean this one. I'm fine with the design as of right now. If I want to change it a bit later on, I will. I'm not a very big fan of the concrete here, though. I feel like this needs to be a different material. Do it properly. No, too dark. Too bright. Similar. Don't like it. Maybe not then. Maybe not. The pillar fix for Zed fighting still has flickering when you're far from the foundations. Ah, okay. Yeah, there probably won't be any, like, full-time fix, just because, you know, it is what it is. Welcome the Fiend, by the way. Hope that you're doing well. Median strip. So you want me to put the crosswalk in here, is what you're trying to say? No. That's what I was doing before, though, but I don't think I liked it. Like that. Okay, it doesn't look bad. In fact, it looks quite nice. But the problem is, though, it's a crosswalk. So in my eyes, it's not supposed to be there. That's the reason why I didn't add that. Nope. Okay. Now it comes to this. I do want to try and use some new 1.0 things here. But I feel like just for this, the painted beam might be best. And then potentially adding some H-beams next to it. You're going to go up by 10 meters. You're going to go up by 10 meters, like so. You're then going to cut across. And essentially, that's it. That's the idea. Obviously, that's not it, but it's the idea. I then want to try and have some signs, I would say. Yeah. Place that down over there, then just temporarily we'll then place that down over there as well. You Kibit's video? Nice. That big enough? That looks fine. No, that's too small. I think this will be okay. Yeah, so I want one to go... Actually, how many lanes have I got again? Just the one lane now, isn't it? Okay. Right. And this is roughly the center. Let's go one there, we'll go one there, and one there. These two middle ones are then going to be transformed into arrows. The background color, I don't know. We'll wait and see for that one. Where is it? There. Layouts. Like this will be fine. Color-wise, I'm going to keep it nice and simple. Which I know I always say then never do, but this time I promise I will do. No, I hate that. I actually hate that. What would make sense? 'Cause I think in the UK we have like black and white, don't we? Not like this though. I know the music stopped. The music stops whenever I click off. It's annoying. Blue. The blue passport. It's a meme, I'm sorry. That changed nothing. Let's go. There we go. No. Okay. So that's the very first thing that I wanted to try and change. The second thing. Oh dear. A yellow sign maybe? No, that makes no sense. Because for this road in particular, which is what I'm trying to design this for. We go here to here. They're both just going to go straight. Although I feel like... this should be a traffic light. This one will be a traffic light, let's say that. Then that would be a traffic light facing this direction. Then this sign will be added somewhere else. There we go. The vertical rounded concrete pillars at a set distances with cables running through them horizontally is probably something you might make a barrier. Yeah, maybe. I've made something very similar. It was like... Again, you'll see it in the video coming out Monday. Let's very quickly demonstrate this. I used this on the outskirts of my bridge, which is the main reason as to why I'm not using it now, because I don't want to be repeating myself. That goes, that goes. For now, we'll get rid of that. And sure, for now, we can get rid of that. So essentially what I did was, for the outskirts of my bridge, for the barriers. Where is it? That's the... Why does it reset me there? I did something a little bit like this, and it gives you some sort of like natural, decent looking barrier. It's extremely simple to do. All you need is concrete pillars and the brand new braided cable, but it looks okay. It looks fine. It does the job that I needed it to do. I'll most certainly be using it again. Is there a date for the release of what? I don't know. I wish I knew, but I just don't know. When there is an official date, I'll make a video talking about it. Just like I did for the experimental 1.1 video. So, do I want to change you? Add a sign here, maybe. Can we change the layouts? In fact, no. Jesus Christ. There we go. That's annoying. Port de Pickle. What an awful name, but there we go. We've committed now. We've committed. That's it. Yeah, it's normally a couple months, isn't it? Yeah. On the new hypertube cannons, which are possible now? Yeah. That's cool. I was actually planning to make a video talking about a bit more about hypertubes. If he's done it, I won't bother. It will save me an afternoon. There we go. Change that maybe. Just doesn't pop out. Maybe green in the background, then white as the color. Like a dark green. That's the wrong one. Like that. No, it doesn't look great. Co-op server with TVP and Kibitz, he'll just dominate. I'll log on one day, he's built just he's probably finished the game within 3 hours. I've built and I've built this in an hour and 10 minutes. To be fair, it doesn't look awful. Like, it gives off that sort of like brutalisque sort of feeling that I want it to give. Especially with these things. Actually, I really like this design. Yeah. It will just take me hours. He is far better at the game than I'll ever be. I've accepted my fate. My destiny. Oh gosh, no, stop. Although actually, I do prefer you in black. Yeah, that's a much better change. Life's 2 ports. Oh dear. What do we think, chat? Is that a permanent ban? Permanent channel ban for that joke? Surely. I actually quite like this now. Just by changing those painted beams to black has made such a difference. Yeah. And of course, eventually, if I want to have some sort of U-turn, I can just add a U-turn just like that. Although as of right now, I don't really want that. So we'll save this as port sign. The next thing that I was originally planning to make, actually, let me just make sure that definitely saved. It did, okay. Is our traffic lights. Let's try and make a traffic light. And this should be really simple. Famous last words, isn't it? Now, can I? No. Okay. Okay. Got a better idea. See, this is what I mean. I overcomplicate everything. I think we'll end up looking nice though, so it's kind of worth it. I want to get rid of that. I then want to add this into there. I then want to get rid of that. And then what I'm actually going to do here is organization. Where's those really small signs? That's really small. That was a bit too small. Oh, that's actually going to be kind of annoying. Wait. Okay, I could do this. I didn't realize this was even possible. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. And what I'm planning to do is obviously change this one to be as light a green as possible. And of course, layout-wise, just get rid of everything else. Oh, I've done the wrong one. I'm so unbelievably untalented, it's actually kind of hurting my eyes. I wanted to try and save that color. That's fine, I can just redo it over here. There we go. That's bright. Green. The plan is, I'm going to make this one as bright as possible, whilst making the other two not quite as bright. So that way it's going to look like it's a constant green light, essentially. I'll show you what I mean. It makes a lot more sense when I actually do it. Hopefully. Maybe it won't. I've never done this before. I've never done any of this before. That's the whole point. So I'm then going to change you to that. In fact, would it be a bit easier to change everything to this? And then just change the color. I think it will be. Now you're going to be a bit more of a yellow. A bit darker maybe. Change you to that. What about just turn that off? Wow, that's cool. How about no? Yeah, perfect. See, this doesn't look as shiny. That's what we're trying to go for. And you're just going to be red. Really dark red. That is not dark. That's dark. Do I like the way that looks? Kind of. Let me try this as well. Maybe not, that's okay. Just want you to stick up there. Okay, you know what, let me just try this. Can I do that? Okay, good. And I want you lot to be painted in black, just like... You're black, that's fantastic. I love that. Yes. I think I like it, I don't know. Traffic. Oh, look at the way I spelt that. Let's try and add in all these new features that I've just ruined. Added. So you're gonna be... No, no, thank you. There. And you're gonna be there. I think I like it. I don't know. Part of me almost wants this to be a little bit darker. Something else I could do here. No, don't scan. Scan for that then, that's fine. I think I prefer this. Yeah, except not have you quite as dark. A bit more grey, maybe, if you will. A little bit less grey, if you will. How... There's such a very, very fine line between just pure black and grey. How about that? Yes. I prefer that. Yep. This adds a bit more colour, but I don't like colour. Well, it depends. Sometimes it can be nice. Oh, look at the way you're glitching. Oh, that doesn't... Just ignore it, ignore it. If you pretend it doesn't exist, it won't hurt you. There we go. You finally tested the hypertube cannon, and you discovered the new areas of the map. You don't understand how some players don't like it. Oh, so you do understand how some players don't like it. But breaking gaming worlds is something you enjoy sometimes. Yeah. I feel like if it doesn't affect gameplay, then it's fine. Also, as long as it's like a solo world. Like, if you're playing a game like Call of Duty, and then you're purposely using some sort of cheats, I don't like that personally. But if it's Satisfactory, a solo game, it's like, yeah, if you want to use a hypertube cannon, use a hypertube cannon. The police won't swat you. Well, in the UK, they probably will. Because we haven't got freedom of speech. But any other country in the world, you should be okay for using a hypertube cannon. There we go. I prefer that. It looks a bit more brutalesque. Yeah. Good. That took 20 minutes. Sometimes my talent just, like, leaves the room occasionally. Sorry. Rephrase. It constantly leaves the room. But it's okay. I'm thinking, do I want to add this here? I don't know. I think I prefer that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. So first of all, let's make sure you're gone just for now. Then what I'm actually going to try and do is save this, of course, as port 001. I'm then going to clear the blueprint designer. That's fine. Oh, why isn't it going to place in now? What mistake have I made? Oh, is it that? Oh. Okay. It's not the end of the world. It's a very minor setback. Which happens. Where is it? I'm not angry, I'm just pissed off. There we go. Clear. Then select this again, because I want to try and move this forward, essentially. Oh, I saw blue. I can see blue. Yep. I like that. So that should give us just over one foundation, but we want exactly one foundation. That's fine. And this is going to be like our second path, essentially. Which is nice. This is plenty of room over there as well, so I think what we're going to do is just plop that down into there. Okay, I thought my game just crashed. That was a little bit concerning. I think we're fine. We're fine. We're fine if we believe that we're fine. There we go. Then add in one more of you lot there. And one more of you lot over there as well. Have I designed this the wrong way? Oh, I've done it the wrong bloody way round. That's fine. Because this is going to have left-hand traffic. Luckily, again, this is very simple just to fix. You have to go there as well. Yep. That has to go. Perfect. And so do... How has that gotten worse? And so is that. Oh, man. I don't know how that even got there. I won't even question it. Yeah, you're going to have to change. They're all going to change, I think. Okay, right. Sick. It's annoying that we have to do this, but if it does potentially stop the Z snapping, then it's something I'm okay with. It's a bit annoying, but yeah. Such is life. Such is life. Actually, it should be called the USB ports, because like a USB port, it takes at least 3 yeah. USB ports, they're designed for failure. They really are. So that should be slightly better now. That made 0 difference. You can't even tell that there's one right underneath her. Let's see. Nope. The very first thing I want to try and do here is one there, one there, one there. It seems better. Seems better. And I think I want to try and have the left side of the road here, actually. Yep. In that case... Where is it? You're going to be there, and then you're going to be over there. It does seem like it is working. I don't know how far away you have to be for it not to work, but as of right now, at least, it seems like it's okay. Get you down. We'll then remove... that and remove that there as well. Why are you there? I don't see a reason why that was even there. In all honesty. That can probably just go for now, temporarily. That, again, why is that there? You're fine. You lot are fine, I suppose, as well. As of right now, I don't necessarily want you there. Let's chuck you into there, then let's chuck you into that. Okay, odds on this actually facing the right way, fairly slim. Let's see. I have hope. Is that the right one? I don't think so. Nope. A random gap there now. It's fine. I actually faced the correct way, damn. How about you? 2 in a row? Okay, you know what? The first time was an anomaly. So that's okay. Wow. I'm shook. Nope. Let's select your and your. Lovely. Okay, that's actually facing the correct side now. There doesn't appear to be any sort of snapping. It looks decent, so we'll stick with that. Next up, we've now got to place down U-lots. There. This isn't the exact same place that I placed it in before, but that's fine. Actually a bit better here, I think. Fantastic. The final thing... Oh, I didn't realize that's going to poke through there. Do I like that? Well, from this side it looks good. You know what? It's a very small sacrifice, and it doesn't even look that bad, so I think I'm okay with it. Get you... Pop you down there. And that should be it. That should be our first design done. Just make sure it's fine here from the front as well. Yep. Then add back all of this now. Including U-lots. Okay. Ports 001. Yes, you can overlap. That's okay. You can also get rid of that and get rid of that there as well. You could just rise up there from the ocean. That's fantastic. Yeah, let's do it. So we're going to plop that in right there. The auto-connect, we shouldn't need to use that for this project. At least I shouldn't think so. You're not lining up. Now you are. How's that going to look? It should be fine. Yes. I quite like that. Is there going to be too many zebra crossings? Probably. Right side is the right... No, the left side is the right side. Look how natural this feels, right? Look at that. Wow, the left side, fantastic. This side... No. Diabolical scenes. This side, less diabolical. Also, yeah, that can go. For the rest of these lights, how are you lot looking? You aren't turned on. Right. That's going to be fun to deal with. To be fair, it actually kind of will be. All I've got to do is this. I know it looks bad, but it shouldn't get rid of anything too major. No, that's actually perfect. Then for you lot, we do that. That. And really? Oh. Drag you to here. Do the exact same thing with these. This is right there. No, no. Absolutely not. This is a hill I will die on. The left side is the best side. It makes sense. Everything about it makes sense. So yeah, I do realize that I placed that cable way too far away, but I've dug my bed now. So I'm going to lay in it. Brilliant. Okay. So now we've got this floor underneath here, which you actually can't see. Never mind. I think that's better now. All of those lights should be turned on. Yeah. I think it looks kind of decent. I don't dislike it, by the way. I don't. I know it's a shock. Me not disliking one of my own projects? What? Normally in this game, whenever I build something, I think it looks fine for about 5 minutes. I log back on the next day and I think, why have I done that? What was I on last night? What made me think that was good? But then occasionally, it actually is good. Easy chain power plants, that would be quite nice. Yeah. Let me try and just rotate you around here. My broken mouse, there we go. I suppose I want this to be like that. Yeah. This sort of height's fine there as well. Let's just nudge you out here a little bit. That's good enough. Yep, let's do it. The more I think about it, the longer this will take. There we go. Oh, really? Damn. That's fine. We can get rid of this one. And this one over here as well. Don't see a reason not to. If I have to add them back, because I most likely will have to, that's completely fine. We still have to try and design our storage containers, our storage units. I've got no idea how I'm going to do that. Again, it's something I've never done before. Let's continue. So in theory then, this is where the corner would be. I'm not going to design that today. Looks alright. It looks like a massive road so far. And there is actually a way I can try and change that. Essentially, one of these lot is going to poke out here a little bit. And that's where we're going to have our connection from our ships to this actual part of the project itself. I think that will end up looking quite nice. Something else I want to try and maybe think about is something like this. This way, the water will actually look nice and blue. I think I want to try and do. Yeah, we'll go with that. This will then come out here a little bit. It should look okay. I think. Yeah, no, it should be. I don't know. Now, is that the right side? No, it's not. I knew it. It was a 50-50. There we go. And now, because of Infinite Nudge, I can do this. What a fantastic addition. Like I mentioned again in yesterday's video where I was talking a little bit more about Update 1.1, they've added quite a lot of, like, mods into their games. Into this game, should I say. This update. So that's where I'd want that to be. Obviously, this then has to get redesigned. How wide is that going to end up being? In theory, it should be a 6x6. 1, 2, 3, 4... Is it less? It's 5. Okay. So it's a 5x5. So we can definitely redesign that then. Absolutely, we can design that in the Blueprint Designer. Not as of right now, though. I want to try and achieve more things there than just doing one singular blueprint. That's cool, though. I feel like we're onto a pretty good start. The entire purpose of today's stream was just to mess around, have a little bit of fun, talk about update 1.1. I feel like this project could actually end up looking really good. I might even come back to this again sometime later on this week and just have a little bit of fun. I know I've obviously got my 1.0 save that I want to eventually try and continue. But I want to take a bit of a break from it though, because it is starting to get to the stage now where it's almost feeling like a bit of a chore. I don't want it to feel like that. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I'm really fine with this. I've missed the chat there though, but I'm sorry. I'm like in my own little world here. We were talking about hypertube cannons and USVs. I was onto that one. Yep. Oh, there's a way you can sort of daisy chain the power plants. Oh, that's cool. There's lots of sneaky ways you can do things in this game, isn't there? Tons. It's just about trying to discover all of them. Okay, so essentially this is where our next sort of like venture is going to take us. Let's just call it a venture because it will be an interesting venture. I want that to move to there though. Yeah, I want these corner ones to be the crosswalks. That one and that one. We can't really have two crosswalks right next to each other. Try and think about something to do with that then. That will then come round to that. That will cut across there. That will cut across there. Yeah. Would I like that? Actually, I don't even know if I would like that. That's the design. Is it going to be very, very simple? I don't want to curve it necessarily. I don't think it needs a curve. Yeah, again, definitely something we will end up doing a bit later on. I do want to try and expand this out a little bit. So how on earth do you make a storage container in this game? Like, I'm sure many people have done it before. I guess a wall could do it? Yeah, you could probably do it with a wall. Bow, bow. There we go. Do that for now. In fact, that actually has to go, doesn't it? That's a bit over. The main ship itself. This was our design from earlier. Well, our inspiration from earlier. I would love to do something like this and a crane there as well. If I can try and design a crane within a blueprint design, like one Mark III blueprint designer, that would be good. But how on earth do I do that? Should we try and design a crane? Where do I place it here? That's a good question. I suppose we'll have to, like, remove a little bit of this. Yeah. So it'd have to be, like, that. This. Also, I've been playing an absolute ton of Assassin's Creed Origins off camera. And wow, is that game good. I'm genuinely surprised, and I'm so happy I got it for like $8 or whatever it was. Because again, the only other Assassin's Creed game I've ever played is Valhalla, and the difference between those two games is massive. Like huge. It's such a massive difference. You need wheels here. That's what you need. It's like a wheel system. Okay, here's an idea. Potential worst idea I've had so far. If I cut this in half. That's something like this. And then what we do. I know I could also do this on the blueprint designer, but I'm not going to do that as of right now. Welcome back, Voids. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome. Then we get this. And that can be where our very first wheel goes. And the other one can go over here. And by wheel, I mean like the wheel for the crane. Wheels on the crane go, I don't know why I would go, but there you go. Try and hook these guys up here as well. We've got a bunch of patterns. Like, we're actually making good use of all these patterns in this save. Which is good, 'cause I very rarely do that. There we go. So you can still walk here if you really want to. That's still fine. It works. And what on earth do we do here? I've closed the picture that I had of my concept design. I suppose again this is where the blueprint's going to come in handy. We're going to try and do a crane. We're going to try and do a ship. Bloody... What? Oh, dearie me. But this could end up looking good. I've got a feeling this will end up looking decent. I don't know where this road's going to end up going, though. I suppose it can turn in like that, then go back around that side. Yeah. So it can turn like that. Corner there, corner there. Keep on going straight to around about this sort of point, then a corner over there as well. This part we can then transform into like another secondary storage unit, maybe? It has a bunch of the storage containers in it. Yep. Lots of possibilities. Lots of things for me to mess up. Or potentially even get right. That would be positive. But let's start off with the storage containers themselves, though. And paint it green. I know I saved a really nice green color earlier, but it's a bit too green, though. So is that, to be fair. I think, no, it's okay, actually. I don't mind that. It should automatically paint green. It does. Brilliant. That's too high. Like 1.5 would be... yeah. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, that's like the perfect size for it. There shouldn't be any sort of snapping, and why aren't you even? A bit too big of a road to be turning that's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't have to be realistic, it just has to be fine. It just has to be okay. Welcome back, Vinod. Welcome. What am I going to do here for the roof? I suppose that's what we'll do for the roof. Okay. Have you go down to there. Have you do the exact same thing over here. And eventually I'm most likely just going to end up painting this all in steel. See, now it seems a bit too wide. It needs to be a bit taller. Okay. that. I feel like now the height's actually okay. Just double check though. Get rid of you. Bring you up to there. Same with you. Get rid of you lot for now. Can't you just place the actual storage containers on the ship? I could do. I was thinking about that. But... they won't necessarily look bad. If I have to, I will. I'd rather redesign it just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Look a little bit like that. I think without these two. And what about if I do this? So they'll be relatively close to each other. Like so. The main problem now is that it's going to look too wide. It's fine actually. How about a door now as well? Shipping container. The actual shape it has looks very, very similar to this if it was placed the other way around. Like, vertically rather than horizontally. But I don't think you can color this, can you? No. Another idea. Again, let's just experiment. As if I was to place you there. Actually, wait, before I do that. You there. The thing is, that just looks like a worse version of this now. And I suppose what I'm trying to replicate somewhat is this. Is there a way I should maybe, like, try and redesign the way this looks? Let's see. If I was to do that, it would still achieve the same goal that I'm trying to achieve, though. That's always good. Except for this part. I don't like how that's there. Almost finished building your oil project. You got some free time today, and in one day you built this whole recycled rubber and plastic setup, which produces 3,600 of each, which is a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. That is quite a lot. Need to save. Would frame foundation clipping... Really look alright. The frame foundation. Oh, I know what you mean. This. I suppose we can try it on here. That could look interesting. How about on here? It's a little bit too wide. But of course I can just redesign that to my liking. Let's see. That can then go there. can then go there. I actually quite like that. Very, very simple stuff. And one of them then just going along there. Nope. What do I do with this? I could try and put a pillar there. I hate the way that sticks out though. That makes no, that just makes no sense. Input and output, yeah, that's what I was a bit concerned about. How would I hide that? I can't put a wall here. It's too wide. Way too wide. I'm gonna sneeze. I sneezed. There we go. That's fine. Sorry. I do deeply apologize for that. I will write my resignation after the stream. Construction fence? No. I mean, now it stops it. Well, it blocks it at least a little bit. I suppose what I could try and do is this. I can add that concrete pillar thing right there. And then if I add these round concrete beams, it makes it look like some sort of like storage container like defense to stop it hitting from other storage. To stop it hitting other... To stop it hitting other storage containers. Let's try that. Okay, if this can just go. No. There we go. So let's save you. We'll call it shipping pond. Lovely. Okay, the touch tips, that's fantastic. Not too high, not too low. Don't clip that. Not too high, not too low. See, this is the part that could get a bit messy. It all depends on this. That's the wrong button. Yes! That works. Wait, you just work without me doing that? Okay, sure. Although now we're different heights. Why is that? I actually prefer this one, I think. Yep. So how did I do that again? 8th. So now I'll move you to there. We then go I. There we go. And just paint some of you different colours. I mean, they look okay. I wouldn't say it looks fantastic. But it gets the job done, I suppose. I don't want to paint them different colours. I think when you have like hundreds of these on the back of a ship, it should look okay. but that looks okay. It's better than what I had previously. Color the containers. Yeah, we've done that now, yeah. I think it looks okay. Like from this angle, imagine again it's on the back of a ship. You wouldn't think twice about it. It just looks fine. It's not as colourful as regular shipping containers, but I'm not a shipping container designer. Okay, that's good then. So the next thing that we're going to try and think about now is where we're actually going to put these things. And I think what I want to try and do... I want to go down from here? Using a ramp? No. I suppose I do from here, let's say. So how is this going to look then? We've got that one, we've got... Are you part of the same... Yeah, you are part of the same blueprint. No, you're not. Okay, good. So you go up to... here. There we go. Haven't used that in so long. That sound was fantastic. Wait, what? Is that a new sound for that? That's not new. What the hell did I just hear then? I think I'm just losing my mind. I'm slowly losing it up there. That's what it is. It's me. I am the problem. Oh well. So then with your face, I think what I want to try and do is concrete. Thank you. And have it on this floor. Yeah. I feel like that makes a bit of sense. And plop that down over there. And get our concrete. Where's the concrete? Brilliant. Then you're actually going to go up by one. Which looks a bit weird right now. That's because I want to have the shipping containers down one level. And place you guys on... Yeah, we'll do this. Why not? This is just the experiment. Then we'll go over to the blueprint designer, then try and make something out of it. So that's what that's going to end up looking like. Okay. Okay. And this is where I place it, I suppose? The crane can then operate back over here as well. So yeah, it can't be too wide because this is where the crane's limit sort of actually is. So what if I... What if I get rid of this? And add you... No. And add you there. I think. No. Like that. And then in the gap here, we can have something like a very, very small pedestrian pathway, like this, for example. We'll have concrete, pattern, concrete, and then it dips back in again. And that's where we can then add more storage containers, maybe? Like, maybe one-way factory carts. We have like a very small one-way system in between these lot. That could potentially work. Let's just, again, very quickly see what that's going to end up looking like. This. That. That. Oh. My bad. I think that's the correct way. If not, I can just redo it. That's okay. Talents. Pure, raw talents. There we go. Oh, okay. Fantastico. Back. Does that make sense? Oh, you know what? Screw this. With every 37th time you hear any sound, it's a new high-quality version. Is that like a real thing? Because sometimes I feel like I actually hear like really cool sounds in this game. Then I do the exact same thing that I did to hear the sound, then it goes back to being normal. Honestly, that could be true, and I wouldn't even be surprised. That's going to be there, then. Yeah, this one-way road's fine. And of course, we still got more room for some, like, smaller cranes in here, maybe. Or in fact, what if we had a crane that stretched from here all the way across to over here? Then you can see it literally picking up the storage container from here, going up into the crane, and having an extra little bit of it jutting out over in this direction. Let me try and show you what I mean. Let me get my editing software up, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And the image I'm about to draw for you is going to make absolutely no sense, and I doubt this is how a crane even works. But you know what? It's okay. Let me just get rid of that. Spoiling my next video. Like it really matters that much, but oh well. It matters to me, okay? Also, apologies for like the sound cutting off. Whenever I exit the app, the sound just stops. It's just a new feature. Why is that a new feature? I don't know. Okay, so let's see my drawing skills. So essentially, this is what I mean. That's too thick. So the crane's gonna go like that. And down here, we're then gonna have some sort of like pincher, which then grabs our storage container. There we go. Then you got your other storage containers down over here as well. Different colors. Wow, fantastic. I failed art school in case you're wondering. No plans to become a dictator just yet though, so don't be too concerned. What we're then going to try and do is then add a bit of a counterweight, obviously back over there. And then essentially, somehow, do something like that. And then this is where the ship's going to be. I don't know how you draw a ship, if I'm honest. Okay, but like imagine that we're looking at this from like a view, right? The view. Yes, this is what yeah. Does it make sense? And then this crane can then have some like H beams that make it look like it can slide. That can look pretty cool. What should we do? Let's paint that in yellow. All the way across over there as well. And again, some counterweight in there. I feel like that would make sense. And of course, some beams over there as well. I don't know what this even is. I don't know. I don't know. Can I put an elevator up there? Like, no. What am I talking about? Of course I can't. Or can I? Let's see. But yeah, that's the design. I'm actually going to screenshot that, because I think that would be not terrible. You have no words? Thank you. People call me the pickled Picasso. Pickled Picasso might be the worst. Again, I'm very good with coming up with very bad names, so the pickled Picasso is kind of on point, actually. It's on brand. So what I was planning on doing was, where is it? There. The central thing. The sound is probably just normal, but the distance on your, yeah. Storage container crane. The thing is, I could do that. But is it, Yeah, so this is kind of similar to what I was thinking of. But here you've got some sort of train. I've got a road system there instead. I've put my road relatively close. But imagine my road being there than this thing moving a little bit long to the right. That's what I want to try and do. So is it going to be realistic? No. Do I care? No. Am I going to regret it? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, that's quite nice. Where's that, do you think? Like, Hong Kong, I would say. Yeah. Speaking about Hong Kong, let's end off today's stream with a quick game of GeoGuessr. I was going to end the stream there, but I do actually want to do a little game of GeoGuessr. So, so let's do it. If in case you guys have never played this game before, you're plopped in a random part of the world. You're going to try and guess where you are, essentially. It's kind of fun. I'm very bad at it. In fact, should we do Flags of the World? Flags of the World. Thank you. That's my new introduction song. This is Kosovo, which according to Serbia doesn't exist. But according to Albania, they're friends. I think. Yeah. You know what? 600 meters away, we'll take it. Israel, I believe. Judging by the massive Israeli flag, I don't think we're in Gaza. Jerusalem, Tel Aviv. Let's just go Jerusalem. Somewhere there. Yep. Bit closer there towards the southern border, but that's fine. Papua New Guinea. They just look like they're from Papua New Guinea. I'm getting that sort of vibe. The flag, I can barely see it. It does also look like it's from Papua New Guinea. Port Moresby. Please zoom in. Papua New Guinea. There's a football stadium. Oh, 100 meters away. Haha. Right, so you got the flag of Australia. You got the flag of another country. Sorry, I'm trying to do an accent. It's not working. Federal. So is this a Caribbean island then? Coco's Padang. That's Chinese, isn't it? No, that's not Chinese. Underneath there. Have you guys ever seen the series Death in Paradise? I'm getting Death in Paradise sort of ambiance from this. So let's go like one of these islands. Grenada, yeah, sure. St. George's. That's a nice British sort of name. Christmas Islands? What are you on about? Christmas Islands? Okay, now we're somewhere in this part of the world. I'm gonna go Barbados. Don't be Grenadier, whatever it's called. Turks and what? Wait. You're telling me there's a place called Cockburn Town? Who thought of that name? Who looked at that and thought, you know what? Let's call it Cockburn Town. Mateo's Caribbean flavors. I think I know what one of the flavors are. Dearie me. Good start. Terrible ending. I have to do one more round. Brunei. Damn, we haven't got a Brunei round ever, I don't think, on this channel before. Definitely somewhere over here. In the capitals. I'm gonna guess somewhere near the river there as well. Yeah, wrong river. I'm gonna go Azerbaijan, or is it Armenia? It might be Armenia, because Armenia is good friends with Russia. I think they were both part of the USSR. Azerbaijan, I feel like, is more of a closer friend with Turkey. I don't know if they will speak as much Russian there. Doesn't matter. The Armenia's got its own separate language. Cool. Let's go one of the stans. Turkmenistan, maybe. No, it's too green to be Turkmenistan, I think. Kyrgyzstan? Sure. That's not the flag of Moldova. You're pissing in my cereal and then trying to convince me it's rice. Moldova flag. That's not the... I know what the flag of Moldova is. No, that's unacceptable. Haiti. Wait, there's actually a street in Haiti that isn't like complete rubble. That's that's news to me. Unless it's Liechtenstein. Because no, it's not. Okay, the flag of Haiti and the flag of Liechtenstein is I believe it's Liechtenstein. It's very similar to one another, except Haiti, the logo's in the middle, whereas Liechtenstein is at the very top left. I believe that's the main difference. If it's the country I'm even thinking of. Actually, I'll search it after I get it right. Port-au-Prince. There we go. I believe Haiti was the very first and only ever country in the world that's been formed after the people there that were colonized, the slaves essentially, revolted against the French. Because this island here was split between the Spanish and the French owning Port-au-Prince, Haiti even, and then the Spanish colonizing the Dominican Republic. And as far as what I'm aware, the Dominican Republic's actually quite a nice place. It's fairly stable. Again, I don't know much about it, but it seems rather stable. Haiti, on the other hand, unfortunately isn't. I hope they can sort something out, Mauritius. But yeah, it's Maldives even. Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, I believe they were the only ever country that's like that fully broke off from their colonizers that managed to overthrow and overrule them. I believe. I don't know where the capital is here. Okay, we knew the country, but there's so many different islands. Okay, last one. Oh, bloody hell, why is the Union Jack and everything? Okay, I know why the Union Jack's and everything, but like, oh, it's just stars. Not Fiji. It's not Fiji. Obviously, it's not Australia. It's not New Zealand. It's not Samoa. It's not Tonga. They haven't got the Union Jack on them, I'm pretty sure. Just Samoa? We'll check it later. It's going to be... Is it one of the... Is it the Cook Islands? The Crook Islands, whatever it's called? I don't know where that is, though. Is it somewhere here? There we go, the Cook Islands. If this is actually correct, by the way, I don't think it is. No, it's definitely not correct. No, we're not here. If this is correct, drop a like on the stream. I mean, damn. What a way to end off the stream. I generally did not think that was correct, but there we go. Regardless, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you again massively, by the way, for the 2 new members. A massive shout out to you guys. Luck Dragon 2000 and Dirk Bill. Thank you guys very, very much. And with the poll as well, we got 48 votes in the poll. 67% of people gave it a 5 stars. 27% gave it a 4 star. 6% gave it a 3 star, and no one gave it a 1 star. So no one thinks this update was bad, essentially. That's pretty crazy. Damn. But regardless, yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone who watched over on Twitch as well as YouTube. Next stream, I don't know when it's going to be. Tomorrow there will be a new video going live. I believe it's a video about the... I literally recorded this yesterday. I should know what it is. The photo mode. The photo mode video is tomorrow. The 1.1 architectural video is the day after that. And then we might even do a cheeky stream on Tuesday. I'm not home Wednesday, so we'll try and get a video out by Wednesday, but that's way too far in the future. I can't even think about what I'm doing in like 2 days' time, let alone within like next 5 or 6 days. But regardless, again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Have an amazing rest of your day, everyone. Hope you guys enjoy the stream, of course. And guys, see you on the next one. Goodbye.